Oh, there we go. Okay, are we back up? Are we back up and running? Is everyone still here? Probably not. $13BTRX is still here. Yeah, I had a PC crash just then, unfortunately. Sorry, guys. It's really funny, actually, because I've now got different people in the chat. So I was just streaming for about an hour already, and the PC crashed. Now I've started streaming again. I guess YouTube has dished out notifications to different people because I've got a bunch of different people here now. Interesting. How's it going, guys? What's up? What's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. Now, the color of these resistors is hard to make out. Red, black, purple, yellow, or yellow, purple, black, red. What's it supposed to be on this side? Yeah, we have a low resistance on this side. So that means that all of these resistors on this side are dead. Okay. And they go back to the drive transistors over here. Do you work on power acoustic amplifiers? Yep, pretty much any car audio amplifier I'm happy to work on. No shorts on the drive transistors just yet. Oh, we've got one there. Got a dead short on this transistor. So yeah, we've got some drive circuit damage as well. And on this one, although we could just be reading the shorts on the output transistors. So yeah, quite a bit of damage on that board there. Whew. Yeah, how's it going, guys? You figured out the secret. What was the secret? Oh, the secret to getting more views on the stream is just stop your stream and start again and get different viewers. Be aware of the gap of aluminium. Are the rails? Yes, the aluminium heat sinks are the rails in this case, and are live, which is kind of scary. Saludos de Argentina. How's it going, buddy? W views by putting a little fake stream crash here. Damn it, figured out my ways. But no, unfortunately, it's not healthy for the channel for that to happen. It's probably crashed because I did a mild overclock earlier today in order to try and improve the performance of the stream. Let's see what temperature, because I've got stock cooler. But the CPU is currently sitting at 70 degrees Celsius, which isn't, you know, it's hot, but it's not crashing hot. But yeah, how's everyone been? It's not going to be a super long stream tonight. I just wanted to take apart this ElectroVoice 3000, which we've done just now, fully dismantled, and yes, seen what's wrong with it, and just going to go ahead and look for some parts now. Perhaps we can do a little bit of searching for parts. What was it? MJ15023 and 22. So let's just see whether these are still made. Let's go to uk.rs. nothing from RS there. We do have a an advert there, so they do have them. Why don't they come up? Why don't they come up with this is what pisses me off about RS components lately. MJ15023. MJ15023. Maybe we're missing the G. There we go. So, okay, nice. RS does still have these transistors. Does it have the complementary NPN? Looks promising. Yes, it does. Very expensive. This is not going to be a cheap repair, but it does have them. Excellent. So these parts are available. Let's see if they're any cheaper from my business supplier here. I'm only going to need a few. Out of stock, but we can go for these ones, which are from 10 pieces, very expensive. Yep, as expected. Yep, very expensive. Well, they are available, which is good. That's what we like to see. So in order to get this repair moving forward, I'm going to need to sit down and consult with the schematic to confirm resistor values and drive transistors and stuff, and order some parts. Are there two transformers in this? Good question. I think I only saw the one. There are two, Nicholas. Yes, there are two. So there's one transformer that size, and then there's another identical one on the other side, which is hidden by the power supply control board. But yes, there are two. Yeah. So that's interesting. Excellent. Order some parts. I would put another amp on the bench, but this takes some effort to get on and off the bench, so that would be a bit awkward to do right now. So I'm not going to do that just now. So maybe we can do some Q&A. Oh guys, by the way, seeing as you're all here, I will just show you one thing which you might be pleased to see. Here we have the audio pipe mod. Just all that needs left now to do is for it just to go in the heatsink. It is finished pretty much. So the only changes I've made versus what we said on the last video was I haven't replaced the transformer with the Bander one. It was just too big. I just couldn't get it to fit and solder properly. I wanted it to all go back in the heatsink, like to look exactly the same as it was. So I stuck with the original transformer, but with loads more turns on the secondary to massively increase the rail voltage. But obviously, in order to increase the power throughput of this as well, because just increasing the winds on the secondary doesn't increase the power by itself. But to increase the power, I have dramatically increased the switching frequency of the SMP for this amplifier. Now, those of you who do amp repair, you might be wondering, wait, Bevids, how have you done that? Because these amplifiers use an MCU, a PIC family MCU, that has a fixed SMP frequency, and the only way to change that would be to reprogram it. Well, I'm glad you asked, because what I have done is taken the signals, maybe I can get the camera up here so you can see it a bit easier. Zoom in here. I have taken the output from the MCU, wired it into a circuit of my own modification up here, and the output from the MCU controls pin 4 of a TL494, which then I have set the TL494 with my own switching frequency, with it's much higher, which then in turn drives the driver and the power supply fets. So we have a much faster switching frequency on the transformer, which should allow for it to perform a lot better and be able to put a lot more power through that transformer than with the factory switching frequency. So yeah, it looks really janky. This is just literally a really janky little throw together mod. But we've got a bunch of stuff on this board here that's helping the MCU work with the TL494, soft start and all that stuff. The protection mode still works perfectly as well. When this amplifier goes into protect, it'll shut off the 494, and the power supply fets will shut off as well. So that's all working fine. And yeah, output fets are much bigger. Only 4 of them. We've got 4 single rectifier diodes now, rather than just the two common cathode and common anode. The output inductor is now split into 2, rather than just being wound on one core. It's now 2 separate output inductors that I stole from the Banda. They work actually surprisingly well in here. I'm going to try and squeeze some more rail capacitance in here. What frequency did I set it to? So the stock frequency was, I think it was 25 kilohertz. I think I've got this running really, really happily up at 80 kilohertz. I think I could have gone higher, but I just was a bit unsure. The wave shape started looking a little bit funky, much above that, much above 100. So I thought, you know what, a 4 times increase in speed is probably pretty good. None of this is scientific, by the way. You know, it's all just kind of like, oh, fuck it, jump that in there. But we'll see. The rail voltage, I think I've got up to 180 volts. So it's a single rail, full bridge. So yeah, I'm hoping to squeeze 6, 7K perhaps, maybe 8 out of this. That's pretty crazy, isn't it? So all that's left to do is just to get this into the heatsink. So because I have fitted much larger MOSFETs, getting this into the heatsink isn't trivial because of how they mount. And one thing I didn't factor in was how the output fets I chose don't actually have, they have like full encased backs. They don't have holes in them. So you see the power supply fets have holes. That's easy. Just drill a hole in the heatsink and tap a screw in. Easy, job's done. But the output fets, they don't have that. And one of the reasons they don't have that is because the die is so big that it actually takes up the full space. These are huge dies in a TO247 package. So that slides in there. What I'm going to have to do is use some bent metal bars to hold the output fets in place. So the power supply fets, like I say, nice and easy along there. Output fets, we're going to have something like this. I think it was the other way around. Yeah, something like that. A bit like how Banda Viking have. So a clamp there, and then a screw through the side. So you're gonna have a visible screw probably coming through here, like from this side, and a bolt and a nut perhaps, to clamp these down to the heatsink using this bent metal bar like that. So yeah, not far off now. Should be pretty interesting to see what it does. I'm excited to get it in the van and do some hair tricks with this tiny amp. Like, tiny amp, big hair tricks. Really exciting to see what that does. You've got to go live when it's time to power it up. So it does, it powers up and it plays, obviously. So I've had to test it. But obviously when it's time to put it in the van, I won't be able to go live because I haven't got my live streaming set up. But I'll obviously do a really good video of it. How much did the idle current change? I can't remember. I could probably look back on my older videos of the audio pipe. But it doesn't idle very high. There's not that much switching losses actually with how I've tweaked the output section. I had to do so many mods. Holy crap. The output section drive circuit, I had to do so many mods. The power supply is obviously, it's got using a TL494 instead. Like it looks similar, but so much has changed on the surface, on you know, the kind of fine stuff. But yeah, Nicholas says, confirmed, each channel is full bridge. It can be strapped by inverting one channel of an amp. The negative outputs of each amp is tied together, and the positive outs are the ones you use. Huh. Really interesting. You need 2 power supplies to do this, to get double the voltage. Oh man, that's really interesting. That's quite a complicated design then. Not your typical standard run-of-the-mill Class AB. Do you know the Audiophonic Blow 4? I do not know that amplifier. Shall we have a little Google? Let's have a Google of that. Oh, hang on a minute. I'm pretty sure I've seen a video of something that looks similar to this on a few YouTube channels. Maybe not. Is there a guts pick? Does it look like that? Well, there's no internals. I don't know it. It doesn't look particularly bespoke. I suspect it's just using a pretty generic PCB. Yeah, no idea without seeing the board, unfortunately. But I would expect something relatively generic and lackluster in terms of SQ. But if you got it for really cheap and it does some mids and highs, some full range, then that's cool. I wouldn't use it for a subwoofer. Man, I'll tell you what, I don't have tinnitus, but halfway through the stream earlier, I've got this mad whistle in my right ear that just came out of nowhere, and it's lasted for longer than I've ever experienced before, so that's a bit worrying. Go on, go away. Usually this just goes away after a few minutes, but that is definitely hanging around. Could you put one screw between a pair of outputs with a fender washer? No, the outputs are literally touching each other. Look at how close the outputs are to each other. There's no space in between them at all. So yeah, the only way to go is above. Someone is talking about you, says Electric World. Who's talking about me? Ah, oh wait, here we go. Here we go.
Que essa placa em 2015.
Hello 360p. Okay, Class D 4 channel using 2092s, 2 transformers in the power supply. Yeah, provided they've done the preamp circuit okay, and they have selected a decent dead time mode, and they've used decent output fets, and the filter network is calibrated correctly for the switching frequency they've chosen. This will probably be fine.
Ela foi eleita aí como uma das melhores.
It's not going to sound very nice, probably. It's like I wouldn't use this on your tweeters. I wouldn't use it on your nice SQ A pillars or anything like that, or but that sort of thing for when you need a lot of power for mids and highs. If you're running a PA build, big door builds, lots of PA drivers, or something in the boot that you want to project the sound very far, that'll work fine. Or if you want to run kick bass or mid bass or some kind of low frequency driver from that 4-channel amplifier, also will be fine. Just don't use it on tweeters or anything vocal range. Anything under 1000 hertz, 1 kilohertz, probably fine. Oh, the ringing, I see what you're saying. Old wives' tale. When your ears ring, it's because someone's talking about you. Ah, I thought it was when your ears burnt, someone's talking about you. But yeah. Too much bass. Yeah, there's a bunch of brands over here using that circuit design. Yeah, they're alright. They see the output section seems to be quite delicate. But yeah. 87 degrees is my hottest temperature on my CPU this evening. Nice. Well, this stream has been a success so far in terms of sort of reliability. I had one crash because my overclock is probably a little bit unstable, so I'm going to attend to that in the next couple of days. But in terms of how the stream looks and in terms of my voice and the audio and video being in sync, it's working well. So that's just kind of what I wanted to check this evening. I wanted to just do a quick stream of dismantling this ElectroVoice just to sort of show you guys the dismantling, see what it looks like inside, find out together, and just to kind of do a stream because I haven't done one in a few months, just to confirm everything's still working and that yeah, it's reliable. So I'll tweak my overclock a bit to get it more stable, and then we'll do some more streams a little bit later in the week and perhaps at the weekend, maybe doing some work on this, fitting the new output transistors. And I've also got a massive box, actually 4 boxes of amplifiers from a company here in the UK, car amplifiers that are all like warranty repairs or something that I'm going to go through, and I thought that'd be really fun to see how quickly and how many of those I can get done in a couple of streams. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased. It looks like it's going to be going well. I'm going to lock off the stream here for you guys now. Thanks for jumping on and joining. I know it seems like it's been a short stream, especially because my PC crashed and some of you have only just joined, but I have been streaming for an hour and a half already. So it's great to catch up with you guys and see you, and yeah, we'll do a more involved, long stream at some point later in the week or the weekend, hopefully when my ear has stopped ringing. Why is it doing that? It's never done that for that long. Usually it lasts for like 10 seconds. It's been like 20 minutes. ARC audio amplifiers. No, I haven't had any experience with those yet, unfortunately, then, my friend. But yeah, take it easy, guys, and I'll catch you a little bit later on in the week. Peace out.